Hi Days fans, it's Tuesday, July 27th, and I'm going to start off by talking about Kate. Now, I woke up early this morning and I was thinking about this storyline because that's how Days obsessed I am. And I am starting to think that 100% for sure, Kate is the one that is the biological mother to this child. Chad. But what is the twist? Because Madeline was very, very scared Kate was going to tell Stefano, and Kate's like, I'm not going to for now, but that's not going to end well for me, blah, blah. So Stefano has to be involved. And my guess is Kate got pregnant by Stefano, gave the baby up for adoption to Madeline, and now she's petrified that Stefano's going to find out. Because you know how Stefano feels about his kids.
Yeah, the only weird thing is, it makes complete sense if Kate was the mother, but Kate herself seemed surprised when she found the birth certificate. Like, if she was the mother of the child, there would be no surprises here, because obviously she knows she's the mother and she gave up the child for adoption. But
maybe she didn't know Madeline was the one that adopted the baby.
Oh. How would a birth certificate indicate that it was Kate's
the birth date might have been like, oh,
there's other children born.
It just makes it a little too coincidental. If it's like if the kid was born in the same hospital that she delivered in, all that stuff's written on the birth certificate.
I don't know. I think Kate's reaction will be a little bit different.
Aren't your birth certificates doesn't have your bio mom on there?
No. You think an adopted person is going to get their bio mom on the birth certificate?
Yeah,
that would make it so easy to find them.
What do they do on those birth certificates? Like for kids that aren't adopted right away.
Are my parents' names on my birth certificate? I don't know.
Your birth certificate's in Spanish. How the hell would I know?
Well, you can still recognize their name. They don't go Davita Plufa or whatever.
I don't think I have actually had a close look at your birth certificate.
Well, I got it in the drawer. I'll pull it out for your amusement.
My mother and father are listed on my birth certificate. I know that much. Because I am definitely my mother's child, because I look just like her. Alright. Moving on. For a slight second, before I came up with the theory that Kate was Chad's mother, I thought, is she going to try to seduce this kid, keep him quiet? But then I changed my mind, went to a different camp, and decided she was the mama.
Yes. So, Brady and Nicole, they're practically they're dating.
It was like some kind of Richard Gere Pretty Woman scene where he shows up and tries to rescue her away.
I love
They're
that.
cute.
Yeah, they were cute, yeah. Brady's
They're
all
he's
like a puppy dog.
He's like, speaking of friends, and I thought, oh, are you going to kiss her? And then he's like, I don't feel safe with you here. And I'm like, this woman kidnaps other people's kids. I think the other people living here should be the ones that are not feeling safe. Okay. Carly and Daniel. When Daniel says to her, if you know what's going on, please tell me, then you are getting into a whole nother zone of lying. There's the lie of omission where you just don't tell something. And now you're taking up another step. He comes right out and asks you. Now she got saved by the bell, hospital emergency. Now he doesn't even care because they made up. But
we forgot to talk about Casey's big scene.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how well he did.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big deal. He had a scene with Joan Masolo, or Lauren Koslow.
He does well at that DeMira Mansion, I tell you.
Yeah.
I still remember when he busted in on James Scott with that whole...
He does well because that's where he's going to be living.
Yeah.
Him and Will are going to be like best buddies at the DeMira. Who would have thought that Will would be sucking up to Stefano so much? I mean, William, I'm going to have you work for me, and Will's like, oh my god, so awesome.
I'm loving this because Will is going to be Stefano's protege, and Sammy's going to go freaking out of her mind. But then Chad will be too, because somehow Kate is going to convince Stefano that they have to take this child in.
Yeah.
That they can't leave it out on the streets, and it's Will's best friend. And so the two of them are going to be living large at the mansion. both learning under Stefano being his little apprentice.
He'll start him out by, like, torturing some of the people who work at the house, the staff and stuff.
Yeah, like seeing how long Mary...
Little stuff, yeah. Mary.
Could hold her
Where is
breath.
Mary? I think they cut Mary. I'm sorry.
But I'm telling you, I was shocked because when she took that obituary and Stefano took it and ripped it up and threw it in the garbage, I told JB 100% for a fact Chad was going to walk in and see that ripped up obituary and think, what are you so disrespectful to my mother for? And it didn't happen. Mainly because he didn't get out of the foyer. But I was bummed. I thought for sure that was going to happen.
But what would have been revealed by reading the
It
obit?
just would be a good scene about like, oh my god, you're so trashy, you're throwing out my mother's friggin' obit. I just thought my day's psychic powers were working and they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me sad. I used to really be able to predict crap.
So Chloe had a lot of big scenes, and her and Daniel.
I got stuff to say about that too, but I feel like I'm monopolizing this conversation.
Okay, go ahead. Let's talk about...
When Chloe says to Philip, if it weren't for messing up your marriage, I would have told Daniel the truth a long time ago. This is what went through my head. Okay, Daniel's the man you're supposed to love and spend the rest of your life with. You're willing to put him through all this agony and pain because you don't want to mess up Philip and Melanie's marriage.
No, Melanie's marriage. She doesn't give a crap about Philip. He's not part of the equation. It's Melanie.
It's the fact that of all the people in the whole wide world she chose to cheat on her fiancé with, it had to be his daughter's husband.
Right.
Note to self, ladies. If you're getting a little bored and restless in your relationship, go on a cruise or something. Take a flight to Tokyo.
So how killer was that dream sequence that Melanie had, or that Philip had when he was arguing with Melanie, pretending that...
Yeah, Melanie would not rock that.
She really, yeah.
Crap, I wouldn't want to get her mad.
This is unforgivable! You have betrayed me.
I thought it was cute in the first scene of the show when her and Philip are like making out like crazy, and then Chloe comes to the door.
Oh, what a buzzkill.
Molly Burnett is so fair that she had like her face all flushed, like she'd just been, kissing because she had been, whether it was real or not, acting. Because I just thought that was cute. It made it look really genuine.
But what a buzzkill, huh? It's like Philip. Shit.
Yeah, Philip, you are so screwed. And now freaking Melanie wants to help with the birth.
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord, could it get any worse? I could just imagine having somebody who I slept with their husband help me get my baby out. Talk about a conflict of interest. And I was so emotional on those medications they gave me when I was in labor. I could just imagine being like, Melanie, I'm sorry, but I screwed your husband.
Oh, you would have totally blabbed that.
I know. My mother,
in a second.
When I was in labor, my brother's wife was due to have her baby soon, too. We were only due 12 days apart. But I called my other brother, and I'm like, this stinks. And my mother would not allow me to call my sister-in-law that was about to have her baby because I was so talking crazy stuff. She didn't want to scare her. Can I talk about my step theory?
Oh, yeah.
I was so bummed when Tony fell that it never came to be that someone had loosened the steps. And now I want that to be what happened to Madeline. Stefano keeps saying, it's a blessing, she needed to be dealt with. And Kate always kind of gets this look on her face. I'm thinking...
Wasn't any stepchild went like this? Get off of me, you bitch! He throws her down.
Yeah,
That's no step.
She's quite the little acrobat. I mean, how many times did she completely...
Yeah, I don't really think it was her, but it was pretty cool how she rolled. I had to rewind it a few times.
Yeah, you think Days is hiring stunt doubles now? I don't think so. That girl had to learn how to do the forward roll fast.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think Stefano had something to do with this. Anywho,
I don't.
I think that's all I got. That's all I got for today.
Alright, the couple that watches Days together.
Stays together.